Hi and welcome. My name's Tolan and I'm the co-founder of Productivity Me. In this video, we're going to look at using Excel's built-in help function. We're going to look both at the online and offline methods of this capability within Microsoft Excel and how you can use the online and offline methods in order to get help when you're using Microsoft Excel. So if you're interested, let's get started. If you want to follow along, go ahead and use exercise file 02.09. So, throughout this course, thus far, we've discussed things like the Excel menu system, the quick access toolbar, the idea of the formula bar and status bar. Now, there are going to be points in your tenure, in your career, in your personal life, when you're using Microsoft Excel, that you want to do something and you don't know how to do it. So if this is the case, you can consider using Microsoft's built-in help function. Now there are two ways to activate this. The first way is to come up and bring your cursor to the upper right portion of your Excel window. And when you do this, you'll notice that on the upper left portion of this individual item here, there's a little question mark. If you scroll over the question mark, there'll be a little description box which says Microsoft Excel Help. Now in parentheses, that's going to be the keyboard shortcut. So if you click on this little individual box, a separate dialog box will pop up and there's going to be two different options. So there's what's called online help, and then if you click this little arrow to the right of the Excel help icon, it will show you whether you're looking for help in office.com if you're connected to the internet, or if you weren't connected to the internet, you could search from your computer. First, let's look at searching office.com. So say that you don't remember what the formula bar is. So let's go type in formula bar. And once you type that in, there are going to be a series of results based on what Microsoft thinks is most useful to you. So you could say hide and protect formulas, or using cell references and formulas. Maybe we'll actually look for the quick access toolbar. Maybe that's the name of the thing that we're looking for. And so it brings up the first result of, well, customizing your quick access toolbar. So you could click that and then it would bring up a series of descriptions. And remember, you'd have to be connected to the internet in order to use the search function within office.com. So you could scroll through and see whether or not that would be helpful. If it wasn't helpful, maybe you would go to the second choice of add commands to the quick access toolbar. Again, it would load and you'd see what there is to perhaps consider. Now, if you did not have access to the internet, so maybe you're using a computer that's not connected, by default, you could go here to choose help menu from offline. So when you do that, you would input your entry and you get a slightly different set of choices. So maybe we would go, none of these actually look super useful, but you could say maybe look under quick layout or quick styles. It's not always going to give you the results you want if you're using the Excel help function offline. An alternative is if you do have connection to the internet and say that you were going to search office.com, there are going to be certain situations that you're not going to find what you want, or maybe you're not quite sure. You could just bring up your browser and then type it into Google or the default search engine of choice, so quick launch toolbar. Again, it's going to bring up a series of choices, and some of these may be more useful to you. So again, in this video, we covered the idea of the Excel help menu. The way that we got to the Excel help menu is coming up here and clicking this icon. However, if you wanted to, you could use the keyboard shortcut, that of F1. Pressing the F1 function key will also launch the Excel help dialog box. We then discussed the idea of you can either use the online search if you're connected to the internet, or the offline search where it would just search for the term based on Excel's internal database. So with that, in our next video, we're going to look at the idea of creating a new file and then saving that file within Microsoft Excel. So if you're interested in either of those topics, go ahead and join us for that. All right, thanks for watching. See you again soon. Cheers.